Okay, as most of you know, I started a van project a while ago. I've been working on it on and off. I've not finished it and I'm going away on Wednesday, but I've had so many people emailing me asking me for an update. I'm going to give you an update. So, anyone who's not interested in vans, bugger off. This is for the people who are interested. It's definitely not finished, but I'm going to talk you through a few things. Okay, so let's go and have a look. Where are we going to start off? We're going to start off in the garage area. Yes, we are. So as you know, it's a Fiat Ducato. It's L4H3, which is the longest one you can get and the highest one you've got. I've gone big. Because I thought if you're going to go slightly big, you may as well go really big. And I've gone for the Fiat Ducato, the 150 engine. So it's a decent sized engine, so you're not always gunning it. And it's got apparently a galvanized paintwork, which means it doesn't rust, which why you think when you buy the C and stuff, it does make a big difference. And a lot of people obviously make motorhomes out of this, so there are different reasons for doing it. Okay, let's go to the garage. All right, so here is the beast of a garage. It's about 250 long, so you can get a board all the way up. I haven't fixed anything down at the moment, so I've just put in these wheel arches and a couple of compartments on either side, so mast extensions or whatever. But these aren't finished, they're just literally tacked in. Got a couple of boxes at the front. In this box, the plan is to go for a couple of 110 amp hour batteries. So that'll be the battery box, and then I'll come to where the electrics will go. But then I've got this area up here, which when I did my sort of pre-trial with this area, it was really good for putting booms and stuff. I did think about putting a bike here. But again, until I get stuff finished, it's going to be more difficult to know. I've also put in quite an interesting feature here. It's a Max fan, and it's an extractor fan. It does both blows and sucks air. So with all the moist air in here, with all this cordoned off, that'll be fixed there. Then this should get rid of a lot of that air and keep it moving, which is really good, and it saves it going stale. I've also got a massive dehumidifier, which every so often I empty the van out, stick it in, and give it a good once over just to suck all that moisture out. I should really mention, oh God, I've got to mention, insulation, the worst part of doing a van. I've gone with Celotex, which is the same as this, the solid board. The only thing about it, it's got the best properties thermally, but it is a biatch to work with because it's hard and it doesn't go round the thing. So I have got some hard close cell foam with the silver lining, which has its own sticky, and that was a lot easier to work with. And I've also put a bit of plastic insulation into the hard to reach places just to make it easy, but I won't go too much into that. Outwardly, you can see I've sprayed the wheels. Oh, massive difference. I've only just chucked a bit of black paint on them, not even worked them. Stuck a couple of windows in. I haven't gone for the double glazed caravan windows. These look cooler. I'm not going to spend so much time in the winter, so it didn't really matter. It's single glazed, and I've got these silver sort of window shields that you put on the inside to stop the heat escaping if it's really cold. But I think these look pretty good. Into the living area, I literally have just chucked this in just to give you a much better idea of what it's going to look like. So we're going to have the false floor, which my plan is to put a heater under there, either a diesel heater or I'm thinking LPG heater with an underslung gas tank as well. And I'm going to have an outside shower. I'm going pimp, and that will be going under this false floor. This won't be the table leg I'm going to go with. This is just a bit of effect at the moment, and I shoved a bit of board on it. It's literally just balancing to give you an idea. Double seat setup. I've gone for the Sportscraft seat. It's basically you buy it like that. It's all tested. And all you have to do is make the seat to go on it. So then that will be bolted in. I've had some metal framework done here, and they will bolt straight through the chassis. This will obviously be sealed to the garage, so you won't be able to get in the garage, keep the moisture that way. And then this is a king size bed. I've had a bit of you can see actually on the sides, I've kept it so that there's actually more room when you're sleeping. The Ducato's a really wide van. That was another reason for getting it. And you can sleep widthways. Well, short people can sleep widthways. I can sleep widthways. These beams, just to give you an idea, are 190 long. That's how that's how much room we've got. So 190 is pretty good. The higher obviously got, the less room. So this has created a king-size bed, just an IKEA mattress, foam mattress, firm I've gone for, and it is super nice. I've already tried and tested that out. Again, another max fan in the roof. When it's hot, it blows air in. It obviously just keeps the air circulating. So it's kind of like my cheap air conditioning system, and they've had some really good reviews online. Fixing it, it's not as hard as you think. I did it. I've got with the old jigsaw, and I'm like quite liberated actually. So that was pretty interesting to do. And sealing the top, there's a lot of videos on YouTube. I decided when I was going to do this van, I am not someone who should be showing people how to do stuff. So all I'm going to talk to you through is how the layup and sort of videos. I'll probably put a few links in the videos that I looked at when I did this van. Good one from Greg, who's done a Sprinter van conversion. That guy is my new hero. Someone, actually a windsurfer, sent me the link to his videos, and they've been super helpful. Swivel seats on the front. Sportscraft again. Super heavy, these things. But as a famous man once said...
heavy is good. Heavy is reliable. If it doesn't work, you can always hit him with it.
I think he was talking about a gun, but still, anyway, heavy, German, solid. These things are just super easy. Look at that, smooth. Also had to buy, obviously, I had to take the double seat out the front. Really easy, 2 things chucked out. Chucked a new seat in. It was all looking good until I realised that it's on the wrong side. And I thought you just took it off and chuck it on the other side. Not that simple. So if anyone out there in Europe has a driver's seat for the left-hand side and wants to swap a driver's seat for this side, it would be useful. I've got the seatbelt attached to the beam below, but it's just not as cool. So I might do a little bit of a swapsy with someone in Europe for another driver's seat. Hey, good work, pretty nice. Obviously, like I said, I don't know how safe this floor is. I haven't done it. But this will be the dining area. I'm going to have this table with a little swivel out here so you can sit. It's kind of a normal one. Window, obviously these windows open. Hello. Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, so that's pretty much. I haven't put the lights in yet. They will be LED lights. I've bought all them. I've got the solar panel system, and that brings me onto the roof. Up on the roof, which you can't see right now, I've got a 320 watt LG solar panel. So it should kick out enough power to power all my cameras and the laptops and that stuff. I think that set me back about 150, 170 quid, which is, I thought was a pretty good deal. And obviously all the charging system. If you get one that big, I think you need a different charge controller thing, MPPT, I don't know, I'll put it in the link, but apparently you need a separate one to those smaller ones. So as you can see, solar panel in the background and those max fans in. That 320 watt just fits in the middle of those fans. I was pretty lucky. It's like 170 long, the solar panel. I just bought some brackets off Amazon, just plastic brackets, and I actually ended up putting them on, but they looked a bit tacky. They were white. So what I did is I just got some plastic spray paint and I've sprayed the top of them so it sort of blends in, makes it look a bit more sweet. And then I've just Sikaflexed it to the roof. I think it's 512, the number on the Sikaflex, and it literally, you just stick it to the roof. I've done this every time I've ever had a solar panel in Australia. I've never had a problem with it coming off. That stuff, I mean, it is crazy sticky. And then you just drill a hole in the roof and you can get a little attachment plastic unit which is sealed, and you just seal that and it just goes through and then you wire it all in. So yeah, that is the roof setup. Obviously, we're going to put... this would be storage up here. This will have a face on it. Going to do some wall cupboards at the top end as well for more cupboards. You're probably thinking, well, hang on, how's he going to eat? Well, I'm going to put the kitchen in now because I thought it'd be easier. I'll just pick it up. This obviously isn't the official kitchen, but we'll just chuck it in to give you an idea. So the plan is basically that's how the kitchen will be. So we're going to have a hob on here, so 2-burner hob and a sink. I haven't quite worked out the plan. I've bought a fridge. Now I have a cunning idea for this fridge. Again, I'll walk over to here. So I bought this Dometic fridge. This was off from Amazon. It was meant to be like 600 quid, but it had a few cosmetic issues. If you look on them and they say, I can't find them. I've ordered it. It would cost me £400. So 200 quid off, and it's got some cosmetic issues, but I haven't found any yet, so maybe it's got a tiny scratch, but I can't notice. And this is a freezer section in here. It will actually freeze stuff, and then this is kind of a little lighter sort of veggie section. It's not super big, but these ones, from what I heard, is a 12-volt fridge. It will only run off the 12-volt, no gas or anything like that. But because it's one of these chest fridges, it's one I use in Australia all the time, it keeps a lot of the cold in. So when you open it up and take your stuff out, you don't lose it. With the side opening fridges, they lose a lot of the cold air and then they have to start back up and power them up. So these actually don't use as much power from what I've found in Oz. I've been running mine in Oz off an 80-watt solar panel. I'm obviously in the UK, so I've got a 320 watt. There's not as much sun here. So this, my plan is, and maybe someone out there can help me, I'm going to put it in a drawer here. So you can get it from both sides, but the idea is the drawer opens both ways. So if I'm outside having a barbie and I want a beer, I just undo the drawer, pick it up, take the beers out, put it in. If I'm inside, the plan would be the same. I can be sitting down and pull the drawer out and take the stuff out. That's the plan. I haven't really worked it out very well, but that's what I'm thinking I might do. I think that's probably it. Yeah. The van's been going well. I've been using it for a bit so far. I haven't had any issues with it, apart from I thought I'd screwed through the central locking cable. It turned out I'd undone a light and that had done something, but I just disconnected the battery, reconnected it, and it was all good. I will tell you, anyone who's fancying doing a van, just give yourself some time. It takes ages. I'm off for the winter now, so this will not even get close to being done. I've kind of stopped work on it now, and it's going to have to start again all next season. So yeah, that's it. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in. I know it's a long video, but I know if you're into vans, it might be useful, and I'll try and pass on some more tips, and I'll go through more stuff when I get back in March. Yeah, that's the next update we're going to get from the van. So there you go. That's it. I'll see you on the other side. There we go. There's the hole. It's in. No turning back now.